Hello everyone, I am James. Welcome to Mox Gaming Center. Today we are playing Rimworld version 18 beta. So we are still in the beta branch. We're not playing the release candidate 1 as it is still unstable and mods have not been released, because today we are playing modded Rimworld. A handful of mods in here, some of it just to make my life easier, some of it to just generally fix some things about the game that I'm not always excited about. Today we have EdB Prepare Carefully. Lets me manage these guys I start with so I don't spend a lot of time picking them out on camera. The medical tab gives me medical information about my little minions. Colony Manager helps me set up rules and set up a manager within the colony to micromanage some of the small things so I don't have to sit there and babysit every little aspect of the game. I'll show you how that works once we get in. Hospitality adds another little aspect to the visitors. Has them come, they hang out, they spend some time, they decide whether they like my place, and they move on. Expanded prosthetics and organ engineering. So this gives a lot of new prosthetics and new organs, allows me to take care of my minions medically a lot better. Efficient light reduces the power consumption of a standing lamp, so I don't mind giving people lights in their room because apparently they like that. Hand me that brick. Allows haulers to place things for buildings. Nothing too spectacular. Tilled soil allows the construction of tilled soil. You know, pretty straightforward. Allows me to basically manage a garden space rather than just let it be. QualityBuilder lets me set a minimum quality, and the builders will continue to deconstruct it and reconstruct it until they get it. Allow tool basically lets me unforbid things across the map. Nothing spectacular there. Stack merger makes the haulers try to condense things within a stockpile, so there won't be 50 single meals in the fridge anymore. RT fuse allows me to have fuses and circuit breakers to manage short circuits of power systems. Saves me from having such large explosions, and it saves the power when it does happen. Defensive positions makes setting up for attacks a little less micromanagey. Makes it a lot easier for me. I can fix it. If a building gets destroyed, blueprints will automatically get placed there again, so I don't have to micromanage that. Doormats cleans up. It controls the entry of dirt into a space, so that way the minions can be happier. MoreFloors adds a bunch of decorative stuff to the game for flooring. RimFridges allows me to put small refrigerators in the feeding spaces. Shortens the minions' walk areas. And blueprints lets me create blueprints of workspaces. Saves me some time. More vanilla turrets. Gives me a few more turret and defensive options. Stack XL lets me create larger stack sizes for the stockpiles and different materials, so that way I spend less time trying to manage stockpiles. And FFF, Forget Friendly Fire, child-friendly channel. Can't say the name of it, but it prevents my colonists from shooting themselves and each other. So lots of little quality of life mods, lots of little mods to make it to where I don't have to do as much micromanaging and don't have to be as spread out, and my little minions don't have to do as much walking. So we're going to start a new colony. We're going to do Crash Landed. We're going to do Cassandra Classic, some challenge. This is going to be a casual playthrough while I get to know y'all, y'all get to know me. Generally just putting out some content for you to enjoy. Nothing crazy going on. I'm not trying to set records. I'm not trying to impress anyone. We're just here to have fun, you know, enjoy some Rimworld, see what happens. We are going to go with Mox Gaming Center as our seed. Pretty straightforward. If you want to play along, you're welcome to join us. It's not going to be a perfect play along just because Rimworld doesn't work like that. You know, they randomize almost everything. So just because you're on the same seed doesn't mean you're going to get the same results. The seed, for the most part, it looks like, you know, I've loaded this seed to test out the mods before I brought y'all in, and it seems to be straightforward. You know, like I said, we're going to do casual gameplay. So I am going to look for a place that has year-round. Year-round is down here. Okay, so we're going to be going to the south, and we will be down here on this road, right here. Granite, marble, sandstone, in the mountains, year-round. Let's advance. We're going to go ahead with the default size of medium, just so my little minions don't have to do as much running around the map to get everything done. So the goal with this is we're going to attempt to spread out like a plague. So I don't want to have huge colonies. I want to have lots of little tiny colonies slowly taking over the map and shipping resources forward. So I do intend to completely exhaust the starting area and then have to abandon it because it just has no more resources available. And or who knows, maybe we'll keep it. We'll keep some gardeners there, we'll keep some defenses there, and we'll just export out everything to our forward operations, and we'll just keep expanding. You know, maybe we'll take over this little peninsula here, take over all the green, all the little brown here. What are these? Mountains, caves. Ooh, nice, some nice caves in there. Flat sandstone, arid shrublands. We've got some desert surrounding us. We're going to be in the temperate forest, right on the road. All the travel opportunities. Everyone's going to want to walk past us. Got some friendlies here, some friendlies here. Nothing too crowded. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go into Prepare Carefully. I've loaded a preset. Nothing too spectacular, as you see up here. I'm not spending a whole lot of points. Starting colonists and resources that were randomly generated for this were worth about 10,435, and you know, we ended up at 11,000. Not completely out of the realm of normal. Confirm. You know, if we go back, we hit randomize a few times. Let's say we randomize, get someone that doesn't look horrible in each spot. You don't look horrible, you don't look terrible. And we'll go to Prepare Carefully. And then, you know, the randomly generated is really exactly where we're at now. So we're going to go load. So randomly generated is 11,219. We're going to load our preset. 11,11 or 11,157. So we're actually lower than what you could get just spamming the random till it doesn't absolutely look horrible. So we've got three guys here. We've got Willie, Sims, and Coyote. Willie is a wasteland wanderer, low-wage worker. He is incapable of artistic. Not really great up here. Good at cooking, good at growing, good at crafting. He's going to be staying near the base for the most part, getting things done. We got Sims, who is good at social, medicine, and construction. He will mostly be staying near the base as well. And we have Coyote, who is good at shooting, animals, mining, and intellectual. So he will be doing a bit of the walking around. She will be doing a bit of the walking around, collecting things throughout our area, doing the mining, managing the animals, and shooting whatever gets near us. Nothing too spectacular, nothing game-breaking. I'm not trying to make this cheaty. I'm just trying to make it quick and easy. So, the three of you awake in your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You've all probably heard this before. You barely get to escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. Alright. we're going to pause. We're going to take a look over on the map. Lots of hard mountain to the north. The road comes in from the west and heads to the south, as it resembled on the map. So things we're going to look for while we're going. We are going to look for what looks like the ancient terror. Could be here. Could be. Could be over here. Very possible as well. We'll have to keep an eye out. We'll have to let the guys wander around. We'll have to be very careful because I don't feel like dealing with that right off the beginning. So I think up in here is going to be a great place for us to work. Everything seems pretty safe through here. Don't see anything that looks like it's going to be the ancient terror sitting right next to our base. Perhaps that could be, but I doubt it. We will have to do some exploration to find out. We have a nice geothermal steam geyser here. I think another one there. I think this is going to be a wonderful area for us to work. So with blueprints, we're going to go ahead and we are going to, and there's a button in here for import. I can't remember what it is. Oh, I didn't export any blueprints. I made a small one just for a house, little 5x5 things, but I'll show you how that works real quick while we're going. We are going to go blueprints, structure. We'll just go ahead and we'll start building out of some wood before they even have a chance to land. We're going to keep this open, do our starting gardens in there. We'll start building right in here. You know, typical 5x5. We will put a bed in there. I sold it a little short. We'll cancel this. Structure, wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw a quick door in. Add a little extra furniture. We are going to go end table. We are going to have a standing lamp. We are going to put a vent in. You know, that's pretty much all the basics that you need for a small, happy little room. We can put a dresser in. I wonder if that interacts with the end table. I'll have to check. What does this do? We'll put it in. If they hate it, we'll take it out. Then what we're going to do, create a blueprint. We're going to call this the basic room. And we're going to go ahead. We've got 3 minions. We'll go ahead and 2 wide hallway. We'll go ahead and put 4 in. Go ahead and get this thing going quickly. Structure, wall, there. There. Get a couple doors in. Let's get these guys rolling. Get them into the game now that they know what they need to be doing. So Coyote, you are my shooter. You're going to come get the rifle. Sims and Willie. Willie, you're closer. You'll get that. You'll get this. I did swap out the dog for a pig. I find the pigs infinitely more useful than that little terrier. Nothing against terriers, but a pig's more useful. Sorry. Can't help it. It's true. Unforbid everything and forbid 9 things across the map. We are going to set up an area real quick. Stockpile. Right there. We are going to tell them to build a roof over that stockpile. We are going to tell them to cut down the trees right in here. And we're going to let them run. We're also going to set a dumping zone right here just to let everything go. And we're going to let things fast forward. because they need to get some work done. And you see, that's why I like dumping off all of that work to do right at the beginning. We've already got a bed built in the first hour of their world. You know, I think that's pretty important to get done. Pretty important to not have that wasted time of them wandering around trying to figure out what you need them to do. Go ahead and build a large main room. And we are going to add some mining in. Now, I'm not seeing silver. Usually, there it is. Haul that. Get that back over to the base. We don't need that just laying out where anyone can just walk up and steal it. And while they're working on that, we'll tour the area, see what we need them to haul away. Got that. Another simple meal randomly out in the world. I don't know why it does that, but I've noticed that it does that. So I always look for it. So now over here we got 38 survival meals, 45 survival meals that we could start with, 30 medicine. The medical tab that I talked to y'all about earlier, that does right here. And then all I got to do is this. And we're safe. That easy. We're going to let them continue working. Next thing we're going to get is the basic manager's desk. We're doing this for a good reason too. We just told them they're not allowed to use the medicine. So we've got to give them something else to use. And you all know that something else is herbal medicine. So when they get around to being able to do it, and we're going to delete this one. We'll go new job. We are going to go wild heal route. We want them to have 97 of it. And we're going to calculate based on actual path. There's a little tooltip here. It can cause lag spikes because it takes a lot of CPU to calculate pathing. So every time they do this, it may do that. It may cause a small lag spike. I'm not terribly concerned. And we're going to tell it only fully matured plants. We're going to hit manage. So what this is going to do, it can't do anything until they build this, because a duplicate, sorry, not a duplicate, not oxygen not included, a little minion or pawn, depending on who you are and what you want to call it, has to actually use the manager's desk. And to use it, they have to have the managing ability enabled. And that is based off of both of their social and their intellectual stats. Why do we have people idle? Coyote, what are you able to do? You're not able to plant cut. You're not able to grow. That means we need to find work for you to do. You need to be mining. So we're going to have you mine out a shortcut. We're going to have you come with me for a minute. Coyote, you're coming with me. Come over here. Come stand there. I need to know something. And Willie. Willie, what is your issue, tissue? You can haul, you can clean, you can craft. You need to start plant cutting. And with that, you will make Sims work faster as well, because Sims has a lot of work to do. Ooh, not an ancient horror there. Not an ancient terror. Let's go here. Not there. Where is the ancient terror? It's got to be around here somewhere. Yeah, it's got to be it there. So what we're going to do is we're going to be walling off around that ancient horror or terror or whatever it's called. As we're about to find out. Because we just walked the whole map. Ooh. Nothing there either. Let's try here. That would be unfortunate. No, not there. Where could it be? I don't think it should be there, but it hasn't been anywhere else yet. Not there, not there. Huh. Where could it be hidden? Where could it be hidden? I've never had this much trouble finding one. Interesting. You get back to doing you. Willie and Sims are getting all of the work done here. I'm so proud of them. Ward-fueled generator. We'll toss this in the back over here. We are going to put in a cooler here and a power battery that can go here. And we'll toss in a solar generator as well. Throw that across there. Extra batteries in the corner. End zone area. Remove roof. This area cannot have a roof on it ever. Or until we decide to move everything, which may also happen. I'm still wondering where that ancient terror could be. I've never seen these many issues working. And as you can see right now, Coyote is working on setting up a bunch of orders. And the orders that should have been set up were the foraging wild heal route. And as you can see, he issued the orders on my behalf based off of the criteria I've given him. Or her. Sorry, I'm going to have to get used to that one. My last play through Coyote was a female. Or sorry, a male. So adjusting to Coyote being a female might take me just a minute. Got to get a roof over the batteries. So that's what the manager mod does, the colony management mod. It saves me all sorts of trouble. You failed? How dare you? Compact machinery, mine. The other things we can do with it. Area revealed. Jump to. Alright, that's good to know. We'll deconstruct that one. We'll come over and we will deconstruct that one. And deconstruct that one. So, according to the game, none of these are the ancient terrors. So I should be safe to open all of them up. And if something bad happens, we're blaming the game. Because it failed to trigger the notification. Oh, that's not one. Did I not get one? Send away. We're not ready for visitors. We don't want you to be angry at us. Okay. Well, we'll just have to keep an eye out and be careful. And another thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the mining tab, new job. And we are going to deconstruct buildings and walls. And we are going to just do all of them. Check for roof supports, make sure it's not going to collapse in on people. Leave room batteries and deconstruct buildings that have not been claimed. So if we claim it, they won't deconstruct it. Now this does not remove floors. So the way Rimworld does floors, This thing cannot handle it. And everyone is out. All of these rooms are built. They are doing amazing. So, next thing we're going to do, spread out our power. Let everyone have lights in their room. The other thing we also need, structure, walls. We're going to go 6 deep. That's going to close that off, make the only entrance into this area right through here. We're going to put a choke point here, or our defensive positions here. We're going to start reinforcing all of this and protecting our base. But everyone's asleep, and I think this is a wonderful opportunity to end this episode. If you enjoyed what you saw here and would like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications. That way you can be told when we release more episodes. Also, if you liked what I've done for you, go ahead and hit that like button. If you have comments, please leave them down below. Try to be positive, and all of you have a wonderful time.